Alright, so that was very good timing. Just got the stream up and the draft is starting. Actually gonna just there we go. Just making sure everything's set up properly. Alright, so first pack. Oh, well that makes it pretty easy. A living totem. Awesome card. I will definitely be picking that up because if I can get that out early and my opponent doesn't have removal, well then it's going to do a lot of work for me at that early stages of the game. And if I'm lucky enough, like I already can plan around that as well. I can say, well, if I go blood, if I see a lot of Call to the Graves, you can, Call to the Grave is a great card. So, and with Totem, because you're buffing it up permanently, a Call to the Grave is a very nice card with that, or cards like it. So you definitely will be taking that. Other notable cards in this pack are things like, the Roseland's actually not too bad, but it's only good if you get it early, so that's why, you're not going to pick that early. Citizenry is good, so I may be able to get that next time around. Obviously Burn is good. Survival of Fittest is okay. Generally, in draft, you're generally going to get something out of it, because you will have troops on board. So anyway, let's take the totem. There we go, so that's the first pick. Alright, so I did say I'd probably go, I might pick the Sorrow here just because I do want to be trying to get Calls to the Graves. I could also get the Throat Cutter. Can't actually read the chat log there. Make sure I got my volumes correct. Looks alright. So, the Sorrow will probably stay there, and I don't want to get it too early in case I do end up with a lot of good. I keep forgetting that I can't look at the chat. Infiltrator Bot's actually good as well, so I might even take that. I think I'll take the Throat Cutter because I may be able to get some other orcs. Maybe I'll just take it for now, and we'll see how we go. Yeah. Oh, you ended up. Okay, so you went Wild Sapphire afterwards. Yeah, fair enough. It's good if, like, for example, there's a counter magic which combos with Totem very nicely. There's also a Priestess and there's also a Thunderbird. Also a Wind Whisperer. A lot of good stuff in this pack. Yeah, just lots of good stuff here. Holy moly. So if I wanted to, I could go the Sapphire Diamond route. Counter magic is good to, you can leave it open. And if then they don't play anything you want to counter, you then just buff your totem. But since I am... Priestess is really good, and getting it early, at pick 3, I should be able to get more of them. So it'd be sweet to get, like, more than 4 of them. That'd be really nice. So let's do that. Thunderbird's also really nice, but yeah, I'll go for the Priestess. Very nice card for 2, because if you do pick up more, which, hopefully I do. Another counter magic, jeez. I'll probably take the Mazet Ranger here. Just because in Diamond I can give it Swift Strike, and a 4/1 Swift Strike is no joke, really. It's pretty damn good. Yeah, I think that's going to be my pick here. It's a pity that, there's 2 counter magics which, combo so nicely with this card that, I've already passed one up, so I'll pass the next one up. And it's not like they're going to be able to counter like something like a totem, so if I was to get it out early anyway, like turn 2, which would be pretty damn lucky. So I'll let my opponents have the counters. And I can just play around them, basically. Oh, so there's an invisible card there, but there's another Priestess already. So that's pretty sweet, and we do have the Throat Cutter from before. So, it is an Orc Mage, so even better. And there's another Mazet Ranger, so pretty good chance that next time around, I'll either maybe get the Mazet Ranger, like that. I think anyone in Blood, will, Blood Sapphire, they're going to take that, or maybe even Blood Diamond like myself. I've got a good amount of Orcs already, and I'm going to obviously take the Priestess here. But next time around, like, if I can get another Throat Cutter, Like, that's just gonna be sweet. Super, super sweet. I mean, I could just go mono blood from here, basically. And there's another orc. So I may take that. I could also take a shield trainer, though. Or even the effigy or the atrophy. I mean, I'd be better off taking the Shame Gladiator just because I do have a throat cutter with potential of more throat cutters. And yeah, the Volcannon, I was surprised that was still there. I mean, obviously, with a Volcannon, all you really need to do is go Sapphire to get the Worker Bot champion. And you're going to get activations, but yeah. So, Atrophy or the Shield Trainer. I mean, Shield Trainer's only really good if you get it early. If you don't, then it just does nothing. Shame Gladiator, I think, will come back around. The Atrophy probably would as well. I'm going to take the Atrophy. Because if I do, well, there's another... Oh, there's Call of the Grave, which is what I wanted, so grab that. Don't even have to think about it. But I grabbed the Atrophy there just because if I am lucky enough to get even more Priestesses, well, I'm going to have a lot of low-cost stuff that I'm pumping out, and then the Atrophy can be, you know... And if I use the -1/-1 champion, I can combo it with an Atrophy as well. Take out something with 2 toughness. Let's actually change that to that view. There we go. So yes, this is really nice so far. Any word on Hex Beta release date? Not really. I mean, it's soon, is what they've said. And, you know, there is the sign-ups on the website and all that jazz. So, interesting. I could take a reversion or a stone skin. Haven't really seen, I mean, like, any honey caps and stuff, but I mean, reversion's still pretty nice. Stone skin also pretty nice. I might take the stone skin. It's another way to protect my totem. If I was lucky enough to get it out. Maybe I'll be able to get the reversion on the next pass. So I'll take the stone skin here. Oh, so this is the first pack, the one I got the totem from, I believe. Yes, it is. So the Noble Citizenry did come back around. So we'll take it, even though, you know, still... I mean, well, if you look at my thresholds here in Blood, they're actually, you know, surprisingly all just 1, which is pretty funny. And the Infiltrator bot's still there, and that's pretty interesting, so I'll take that. Just that bit of... And if I can get Blood Auras later on, Blood Aura on this guy is pretty sweet. Because it, you know, can't be removed with things like Murder. And, you know, can't be blocked if you pay the 1 resource. So then you will get the 4 health and 4 damage in. If you chuck a Blood Aura on it. So yeah, these are some pretty nice picks so far. I'm very happy with this. I might just take the cooking pot. I mean, I probably won't include it in the deck at the end of the day, but I mean, it's not bad, so I'll just take that. I don't really care for the Ritualist. Hey Mythic, how you going, dude? So, good picks so far, as I was saying. What's this guy do again? Exhaust, yeah. Okay, I mean, he's not bad, but 5 cost. I mean, I could take this just to stop people from comboing it. I guess I'll take him. Something I could potentially use, and I don't really care about the welding bot there. Oof, the Mazet Ranger did come back around, so I'll definitely take another one. So that was the pack with the Mazet Ranger, and I think it was something else, I can't remember. Oh, the Shame Gladiator. So someone took the Shame Gladiator. So I could take a Soothing Breeze or the Effigy. I'll take the Effigy. I'll explain my reasoning for that. Well, I mean, Soothing Breeze obviously doesn't affect the board state. But the Effigy here, if I give it Life Drain, like if I'm lucky enough to find some Heroic Inspirations, the more troops you have with Life Drain, it's just a really nice combo. Ooh, look at this pack. Oh boy. Hey Grum. So this is really nice. Oh boy. Let's actually sort by cost on there. You can sort by shard on here. That's pretty cool. So, I mean, some really nice cards here. We got Blinding Light, which is very nice. Repel's very nice. Another Priestess. I don't think... I mean, because I've got 2 of them already, maybe I'll be lucky enough for it to come back around, and especially when there's cards like, repels and mesmerize and burns. Alex as well. Like Alex is pretty damn sweet. Lots of stuff that will be picked in here. So I'd probably take the Blinding Light just because of the versatility of that card, especially in limited. If you've got a board full of troops and so does your opponent, you can do a several for one. You cast this and you just eat all their troops basically. There's a honey cap there, so if I do see obviously someone's going to take it. But the priestess will hopefully come back around. There's a Forgotten Lord which I'll probably take here. Pretty damn sweet. I could also get the infusion device, but I mean, nah, I'll take the Forgotten Lord. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. So my cost again. Actually, does that stay? Probably does. So yeah, I mean, the other one will hopefully come back around, because people are going to take the repels, the mesmerize, unless someone else is also in blood. But I did get 2 of them before, so it's possible they get left. Oh, Life Siphon is still there? Oh my lord! Oh, that's just icing on the cake right there. Oh my lord, that is insane. And there's still, like, even the next time around, like, if I can get either of these on the next pass, but obviously I'm taking a Life Siphon, like, that's insane. That is insane. So yeah, we'll take that. Got a lot of nice picks here. This is quite nuts. So we give these guys Swift Strike. And, this guy, I'll think about what he, I can't believe the Life Siphon was still there. It's crazy. Obviously, the people who had the chance to get it before me, which I think was like 2 people before, they probably weren't, they can't have been in blood. I mean, if you're in blood, you take Life Siphon. Yeah. So there's another priestess. This is insane. I mean, a lot of Thunderbirds, which is a bit, we've seen like 3 of them now. So, that can be pretty nasty, but, we do have Atrophy. I will go the -1/-1 champion. So, if they get it out quick, I will take damage from it, but I will be able to deal with it as long as I don't get resource screwed. Definitely taking the Priestess here. Hopefully I can get more. Like, I want to hopefully end this draft with, like, 6 of these and just be like, lol. Because that'll be absolutely awesome. So that's pretty cool. And then not only, well, actually, there's a Blood Aura, so I've been wanting one of those. They've got a lot of troops I can put that on. Forgotten Lord, Infiltrator Bot. I mean, I wouldn't use it on a Totem, you just buff him. I mean, I could put it on a Mazet Ranger, because it's got a lot of damage. And if I give it Swift Strike, which is probably what I will do. I mean, I'm surprised a Mentalist is still there. Like, that's, sure, if you did get it late game, it's going to do you pretty much nothing. But if you get that early game, the amount of advantage you will get over your opponents, is pretty insane. Card advantage is obviously very relevant. So, surprised it's still there. But, yeah, we'll take the Blood Aura, of course. Can be used as a combat trick, and it's just, very nice effect as well, gaining life. So, nothing too exciting here. There's a lot of burns being, so I do have a lot of troops that actually just die to burn. Actually, a lot of troops just die to burn, so I'm tempted to deny a burn. I've got a Stone Skin, I've got a Blinding Light, and I've got a Call to the Grave. There's a Ruby Lance as well. There's also been a bunch of Brow Legions as well. I think I will just take out the burn, just because it will take out a lot of my troops. I'll just deny that. Another Call to the Grave, that's great. There's also an Inquisition, but I'd rather have a Call to the Grave, to be honest. I have a lot of really nice troops, and especially when you've got things like Blood Aura, you want to be able to put this on something, and then, if they do kill your troop, you get it back with the Call to the Grave, and then you've basically got your 2 cards back. That, like, especially if it's like something like a Totem that you've just sat there buffing. You can get that back with Call to the Grave, obviously. Provided they don't get, you know, like for example, if someone uses mesmerize on a totem, well, that's awesome because then, uh, you know, obviously if you're against sapphire, the best thing to do is not, you know, you want to give it steadfast first, so they can't do that. But if you do, and then you could kill it yourself, perhaps if you get something, and then get it back, and then give it steadfast. You know, there's ways, things you can do. I might take the reversion here, even though shield trainer is pretty nice. I might take the shield trainer. But reversion, very nice against honeycaps, and you're also your opponent's doing combat tricks and so on. I'll take the shield trainer. Why not? Another burn, another honeycap. Lots of feral ogres. So anyone going mono wild's actually going to be a bit of a problem potentially for me to deal with. Because I haven't really got any. I mean, if I get a totem out, I'll be laughing against mono wild until this happens. But yeah, dim honeycamps. I guess I'll just deny another burn. Whatevs. Yeah, don't know. So, obviously you'd never want to deny this card. Let them help you. I'm tempted to take the infusion device. Let's actually get rid of him, because I do have a lot of troops he will kill. So, yeah. I don't think I'm going to need the infusion device too much. I'd rather have something else, you know, like an actual card over it instead of something like that. Nothing great here. I mean, shield can be annoying, but I'm going to, you know, there's been a lot of ogres. I'll just deny one of those. They can be pretty annoying. Well, growth, I mean, I'll take a Wind Whisperer for sure. No worries. That helps me deal with, you know, safe to say that my opponent gets a 6/6 honeycap out or something. That will be something I can potentially use to deal with it. Just keep tapping it. And then, I can go over the top. Got all this sort of stuff. There's been a lot of these where I'm just seeing them all get passed along, but they are pretty dangerous. Because they're quite easy to activate. I'm going to deny it, actually. I don't care about the captain guy. I got calls to the grave instead. I'm going to deny the Legion there, just because there's been a bunch of those as well. But yeah, I don't want to deal with too many of these. At least early on anyway. So the less they have, the less chance they get it out early. And turn it into the 5/5 Warhawk. Alright, so we're going on to the last pack. That's the last card for me out of those ones. Alrighty, so my rarest Fulmination. That's a bit crap. So I could take Inquisition here. Also Sapper's Charge is nice though. Inquisition. I probably will be taking that. Even though I'm, even if I had it in an opening hand, it's unlikely I'm going to be able to cast it turn 2. But you don't need to have it cast on turn 2 to get good use out of it, so. Get rid of their most threatening card. Get to also gather information. So I'll probably take that here. That'll get taken. I mean, there's a lot of, Wild Aura is good. Reversion, Mesmerize. I mean, Necessary Sack even is. I mean, I could even take it and sacrifice a Priestess or something and draw some more cards. But yeah, I'll take the Inquis and we'll see what comes back around. So this is there's another Volcannon that's not good. Another one of these as well. Oh boy. So there is another Call to the Grave though. So I've already got 2 of them, I believe. Yep. So 3 would be okay, I think. Damn, so many burns. I've denied 2 of them, and there's been heaps more, like at least another 2, I believe. Especially against yeah. So I think I'll take the Call of the Grave. Yeah, why not? That guy will probably come back around. What more priestess? More. One more totems, that'd be sweet as well. Alright, oh, there's another priestess. Incubation slave. I mean, this pack is chock full of goodies. Look at them all. They're all like playable cards, except for maybe this one. Evolves, yeah. Stargazer's alright. But yeah, a lot of decent cards in this pack. You got these four, even this, this. I mean, even this is okay in draft, just because it just sits there, and you know, as long as you're not up against an aggressive deck, you know, you'll eventually get to pop it, which can potentially be pretty sweet. But that's only if you get it early game. So if it's not, you know, it's the way you should always evaluate a card is, you know, if I draw this early game, is it good? What about if I draw it mid game and late game? You know, if you drew this like mid-late game, you probably just, you know, especially if you need a card right then and there that's going to help you, that's not going to help you. So obviously I'll take the priestess here. Getting counter magicked on a priestess would be pretty sucky, because I have 4 of them. So I could take the Shard of Fate, but I could also take another Inquisition. So I think I'll do that. Yeah, why not? But yeah, like I was saying about, you know, cards here, you want to look at them and say, you know, what will happen if I draw this late? Like, for example, if I drew a Shield Trainer late game, like I'm like, come on, top deck, and that's what you get, well then it'll do you nothing. I mean, maybe you'll be able to chump block with it, that's about it. You know, it's very little situations where that'll help you. So it's something, you know, one of those cards you want to get early. Another priestess, oh yeah. Shadowrend. That potentially, you know, I could maybe pick that up next time and I can potentially do something with it, but there's a lot of good cards here, so I think I'll just take another priestess. I mean, I did say I wanted to get more than 4, so let's go for it. More priestess. Here we go. Pity I'm not in sapphire and like get a Gambit or something. That'd be pretty sweet. But yeah. So 35, so 10 to go. Another Call to the Grave. Do I want 4? Potentially. That would actually, I mean, I could get into a situation where I just draw Calls to the Graves. So I could get a Shroomshaw, just have that blocker, which will get me more blockers. And then if I was to get a Necessary Sacrifice, it's something you can use it on. But I'm going to be a little bit greedy here and go for 4 of them. I might not include all 4. I mean, I might for the first game, and then if it doesn't work out how I want it to, then that'll be bad. But you know, I don't care if these die to stuff. You know, then potentially I just grab another one, and then I can just dig it. You know, I can just throw these away basically on suboptimal digs, depending on, you know, how I start off the game, obviously. But if I can play these out, trade with something, or get in damage, and then eventually it gets killed, dig it back, you know, you could just get a lot of damage just through the priestesses, because you're going to either get more, or you're going to get an extra 3 damage onto their champion. So, Infusion Device I could get here, and I might this time. I could also, probably best to deny this actually, because it will kill a lot of my dudes, yeah. Like my Mazet Rangers would just crumble to that, so that'd be pretty cramp. So there's an Incantation of Righteousness, and I do have ways to gain life, but it's something, you know, it's like I was saying before, with you know, cards and how you want to evaluate them. What will this do if I draw it mid-late game? Pretty much nothing. I think I still might take it, just because I have you know, a decent amount of life gain, and if I'm lucky enough to get it out early, yeah, let's take it. I mean, I might not include it in the deck, but I'll take it. So I'll probably take a Sapper's Charge here. Reversion is also good, though. The Sappers will do more for me, though, especially against all those Thunderbirds we saw earlier. And I don't really have any, you know, early removal or anything, so I'll take that. Surprised it's still there. And I don't, you know, it's something else I don't want my opponents having, because, you know, I've got a lot of troops with, you know, 1, 2 health, so the less they have, the better. Stone Skin, Probably don't want that, to be honest. Just because, you know, I have 4 calls to the grave, so if I'm protecting my troops and nothing's dying, well then I could just be sitting with these in hand. Does mean I can trade in combat, maybe, but we don't want to have too many cards that are situational. I'll deny that. Back at the stone skin. 1 stone skin will do. Boulder Brute, I may deny here. I mean, I've got enough cards to make a deck. So, I mean, an Infiltrator bot, though, is good. But it is 2 health, so you know, we did see a lot of burns and stuff that will remove it. It's still, you know, at 5 cost. I think I'd rather not deal with a Boulder Root, though, so let's deny that. Why not? So 4 more cards to go, and then I'll be building the deck. I'll just deny the Ruby Lance. Even though I probably should be actually leaving in some more, leaving in removals, because I do have the 4 calls to the grave. I guess I don't care really about any of these cards, I just take whatever. Someone wants a Howling Brave, so be it, take it. I think it actually didn't, yeah, it did work. Take the Sniper, and that'll be 1 more card, and then we'll be building the deck. So, yeah. Done. Alright, time to build the deck. Alright, so let's filter the colors we don't want. And let's build. So put in the stuff I know I definitely want. And then we'll see what we got left over. So that's 24, so that's actually, you know, spot on, because I always do pretty much 16 resources. Whoops. So, Decisions. Definitely need the Wind Whisperer, so I'll throw him in. The Effigy I wouldn't mind having as well, but not really needed. Like, I'm not going to get too much out of him in terms of his socket. And yeah, I do have a lot of orcs, so I want to keep these, basically. I'd maybe have, you know, 4 is maybe pushing it, but that does allow me to, like, for example, say I get the Noble Citizenry out, and then I use it to trade or jump block. I then dig it back out and buff, you know, whatever it's buffed previously. I can buff it, the same thing or something else. But probably going to be using, you know, the Calls to the Graves on Priestesses, most likely, since they're likely what I'm going to draw. So, let's get the -1/-1. So let's actually check the threshold. Let's sort by cost, actually. That would probably help. So I definitely want the Sapper's Charge. So I can probably take out the Shield Trainer. Because, I mean, while it will give an extra 1 health, like, it's still not going to get them out of burn range, you know, like, for example, these. Sure, it'll make, you know, 1/1s not able to block and trade, but we kind of don't care if they die. You know, it'll help the Mazet Ranger a bit, but again, still only 2 health, so most things will deal with it. And we're going to give this Swift Strike anyway. So sure, it will help, like, maybe these cards here, the Forgotten Lord a little bit. It's not going to help too much, and that's only if we get it early game, so we'll take that out. So yeah, that's the threshold. So Diamond, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards from Diamond. And then we've got a lot of blood, obviously. And a lot of it is single threshold, just besides these ones. So I could be okay doing an even split. But we do have a lot more blood cards than we do Diamond. like a lot more. So I probably want to do a 9-7. So I'll do some test draws in a second. So let's give these Swift Strike. It's also another thing to actually have them having Swift Strike. Obviously, I need that 1 diamond. But yeah, they're full cost. So by then, hopefully we've at least had 1 diamond. If I do miss out on the 2nd diamond, it's just 2 cards that we're affecting. Whereas blood, more important to have our blood thresholds. Especially if you want to do Inquisition, and yeah, should be alright like this. I'll do some test rolls though. So I've socketed those. I think that's it. Let's just make sure. Yep. So we got Zarad. So test draw. New hand. Now this is really hard to see, but yeah, we got 2 blood and a diamond. That's actually a really nice. Not the best hand because Call to the Grave and a Stone Skin and a Blood Aura. But then, would have drawn in actually into some pretty decent cards there. So we'd have had a totem fairly early. Do you know the quick way to socket gems? I don't think so, but let me see if I can work it out. So if I go in here, socket in multiple cards, eh? Yeah, no, I don't know it. Just trying to think, what could it be? Like I just will do the one and then hit across and do the next. You can go through. Oh, did I not do that before? Like I normally would just use this and. But are you saying that I could just like do the one and then tell it to do all the rest of the cards or something? Or is that what you meant? Just using this thing here. Okay, that is it. Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, I normally use this unless I'm just not paying attention. So, I mean, I probably could get rid of the Stone Skin and put in just like the effigy or something, if I wanted. Yeah, sometimes I just do it just out of habit. I'll leave it in. Why not? So let's do some more test draws. So we got 2 diamonds there. Let's draw some more cards, and there's another blood. Plenty of resources. Sappers is good early. Wind Whisperers could only. Yep, that would have been okay. This here would probably not be keepable. Yeah, look at that. I would have been screwed. Just stuck on diamond on that one. That would be good. That's a nice hand there. I know this is really hard for you guys to see. It's even hard for me to see. It's basically 2 blood, a diamond, a Darkspire, a Wind Whisperer, Inquisition. So turn 2 Inquisition, and that would be a really nice. Yeah, that looks pretty good. 2 blood, 2 priestess, a Call to the Grave. I think that's something I'd definitely keep, especially with an Inquisition there as well. And we ended up getting a diamond on the first draw, so that would have been a nice hand. That'd be a nice hand. That looks really nice as well. There's an early totem. Early totem. Early totem. Ah, it stopped. But yeah, there's another early totem. Not that well, let's see if I get the diamond. There we go, first draw. So let's hope the draws are anything like what we were just seeing, because that looked pretty good. So if I get any draws like those last few I did, with all those early totems and like a Call to the Grave, that is pretty sweet. So yep, I'm happy with this deck. So yeah, I got the -1/-1 champion, which we can combo with Entry if we need. Can also combo it with Snapper's Charge to take out a 3-drop, or just if they block like a Priestess with something with 3 health, we can then just -1/-1, kill it that way. So we'll definitely get use out of it, obviously. So do I actually have enough troops? So we got 5. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. Yeah, it's alright, I guess. Especially, well, technically, I guess you could say I've got 16, because Call to the Grave will just get me. So it's like I've got 9 priestesses if I want to, or an extra totem. Getting the totem back. It's not like having an extra totem, it's like having the buffed up totem again. You just get him back with all the buffs, good thing. about the totem, is he will keep his buffs. But we did see a lot of mesmerizers and stuff, so we do need to be wary about that when we have the totem out. If we're playing against Sapphire, and we get the totem out, the first thing I'll probably give him is steadfast if I want to be attacking in or something. But yeah, we'll have to obviously see how we go. So yeah, I'm just waiting for everyone else to save their deck, I guess. So I'll just save mine again, just to make sure. Yeah, Life Siphon, big finisher there. So especially if these priestesses do, what we want them to do, which is just keep hurting their opponent really severely, and then we just get them down to, say, 10 health, and then we could just do a little bit of damage, and then just Life Siphon them. If we're just, because you got no ways to really, unless you pick up specific cards, you got no ways to filter out resources, so you will be getting resources fairly often. So that Life Siphon I can just keep holding till I absolutely need to use it, and then by then just finish off my opponent. That's if I draw it. Have the potential to just go pretty early with this deck, especially if I get like a priestess into like a throat cutter, and they've got like no blockers, and yeah, it's just gonna be pretty good. So let's see here. I'm just gonna quickly get a drink, so I'll put that up. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute or so. Alrighty, I'm back. Check something here. Can I go into the options? Settings, audio. Well, the game's starting. well, I was going to put the music on from the game because I haven't listened to it in a while. But oh well, let's put my hex volume up a little bit. So the new animation here, pretty sweet. And this here still, I don't know, something about that fade out effect is a bit funny, but whoops. I almost hit that. I want to play first. Playing first normally always better. Don't screw me here. Ah, boy. So all those nice test draws we did, it's now giving me a really tough decision. If I keep this and I don't draw blood, then, I think I'll, whoops, yep, sorry. Let me get rid of that. So if I keep it, obviously I'm not going to be able to play out my priestess until, or the throat cutter or anything until I get a blood. My opponent's in Sapphire. You know what? Let's go for it. I probably shouldn't, but whatevers. All I need is one blood, so let's hope the game doesn't hate me today. And looks like my opponent, did he just mulligan? Yes, he did. So he's just drawn. So that's good. And I am going first, so as long as I get one blood, this will be fine. Because one blood's all I need for now. And then I'll be able to play out, as long as I just keep drawing resources as well, I'll be able to do 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Life Siphon is a card that you don't really want to have early. It's a very, very powerful card, but that's, the longer the game goes, the better it gets. You don't want to really have to use it early. And if your opponent's making you use it early, that means you're in trouble. So let's hope I get some blood resources. So heart of the cards, here we go. So he's got no turn 1 drops and no Gearsmith or anything like that in hand. Unless of course he's about to do it, he's just making me wait. Still his second main phase, and no. Alright, so he's got no turn 1 play, so come on blood. Come on blood. If he gives me a diamond here, I'm not going to be happy. Hey, Heart of the Cards, there it is. Who's your daddy? That's pretty sweet. I mean, the fact that I put 9 in there, not, I was not confident per se, um, but hopeful. And there it is. So we got the blood. So that's now fixed everything. Because next turn, I mean, he's not going to be able to get his worker better out yet. So that's actually quite relevant. Because next turn the throat cutter's coming out, and then this will then rage. So if he doesn't bring out a troop here, this will actually do 3 damage. So unfortunately he did, but it is a 0-2. So, I mean, this guy, they buffed him. It used to be a 0-1 with rage 1. It's actually quite a relevant buff to this guy. He's actually not bad anymore. Because, if it's... Yeah, anyway. He's obviously still going to get... My guy's going to rage, and he can't really... if he blocks it, so be it. We won't care. Another resource, so great. We got thresholds met now. We can get a Mazet Ranger out on turn 4, and then we got. As long as this throat cutter stays on board, this is just a really nice curve. Like, this is really nice. So guess it doesn't really matter what resource I play out. So yeah, I play out the blood there. Not that like I said, doesn't make any difference. But this, super sweet getting a priestess, then that throat cutter combo, as I mentioned before the game. Because now this is going to rage. So there we go, 3 damage. So I mean, he now either takes the... I mean, he could have a wild growth or something. But that's not a big deal. The thing that, when we do get a call to the grave, this will always have 3 damage. So he now either takes the damage, and he can't actually even attack in with this, so it's kind of useless. Because it'll rage 1, and I just block it with a throat cutter, unless of course he's like, oh, do I want a combat trick? Because he could have a wild growth. They were taken in the draft, so there was a few of them. So if he does have it, he either decides to kill this, or he attacks in, or waits for me to attack in with both of these, and then combat tricks the throat cutter. That could be what he's doing. Like, he did take a while there to decide. So there is the potential for that, but I'm not going to bother playing around it. Because we do have, so Concubine, not a problem. Now he's tapped out because it doesn't look like he's playing a resource. So he's going to do nothing. Like, this is awesome. Like, I already feel like I've won this game, to be honest. Because these are, this is going up to 4 damage, and he still doesn't have anything that can stop it, and it's only got 1 health. So by the time, oh, there's a blood aura as well. So I could throw the blood aura on there. I could also just kill this, which I won't, because when he gets a resource, he will get a worker bot out, which will have 1 damage, so might as well save this for that, because these can't trade, so... I am tempted to throw a blood aura on something, though, but I may as well just get the Mazet Ranger out, because I can throw a blood aura on that as well. It's not like I need the health. So let's just attack in. I mean, he's obviously... can't do anything, so if he blocks here, it's just free blocks for me. And like I said, I feel like I've already won because I'm in such a good position. And he did miss a resource drop, so that's even worse for him. So yeah, I really don't see me losing this game unless he does something magical. I mean, a mesmerize would be a bit of annoyance, but only an annoyance really. He'll need 1 more resource to do that. And we know he's kept a 2 resource hand. And not to mention, I will have 3 troops out. So, and they've all got good damage. And I can still use this. And he still, now I've got a 4-1 Swift Striker. So even if he had something that could attack in, he still can't. Well, I mean, this can, but obviously it just dies. So if he doesn't drop a resource here, he's probably going to tap out. And there it is. So, from that position, it was pretty obvious that if he didn't hit the resource there, it was game. So, yeah, let's save and continue. Don't feel like changing anything. Obviously worked very nicely. Even with that, risky keep. We did, obviously draw into the resources we needed, and it went very smoothly. My opponent then, missing that 1 resource, and then obviously missing it again, couldn't do anything. Like, his early cards didn't do nothing. They done nothing at all. So You could have obviously chump blocked with him, but yeah, wouldn't really stop him from dying. So yeah, that was a quick one. Shows the power of this deck when you get a really nice curve, and you know the odds of getting a priestess there early very good. The throat cutter was just lucky though. I mean it's a one-off in the deck. It's not like we have several of them. So getting that, you know, out turn 3 with the priestess and then a Mazat Ranger, just to follow it up. I mean, obviously very sweet. But yeah, I mean it's not even needed really. I mean it helped obviously. Gets this getting even stronger. So yeah, that worked out very nicely. And then on turn 5 we could have brought a Forgotten Lord as well, and yeah, just life siphoned as well. So he's obviously modifying his deck. So we'll see what he... I mean, you know, I showed him some cards. Like he knows I've got this, this, and this. And did I show him anything else? I'm like, can't even remember now. I don't think so. I think it was just those 3. So he didn't get to see too much. So, can you quit? I think Command Q. Just reading the chat here. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I hit save. I'll just hit it again just to make sure. Time was... My opponent would either just, I don't know, ate up all his time or something. Didn't save, who knows. So here comes the space coin, the new and improved space coin. Aw, where's my space coin? No animation. Oh, I guess that it does it for the first... Yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. Kinda. Because, yeah, the loser gets to choose the starting player. So he's let me go first, and I've got a really nice hand again. I mean, it's not, you know, the great curve like last game, but I've got the resource as well. One of these being a diamond would have been better, but it's still a very keepable hand. So definitely we'll keep that. The Mazat Ranger only needing 1 diamond threshold to be able to get that Swift Strike, so you know, very tough to deal with a Swift Strike Mazat Ranger unless of course he has you know, just something to do 1 damage basically, like a burn. But he's in what was it, Sapphire and Wild, so not really, you know, you can't even use like for example a Survival of the Fittest, because the Swift Strike will still work, so you would need a pretty strong creature. I believe it would still work anyway. So I'll play out a Blood here, just, you know, because I could draw a Inquisition, so I'll play out, you know, I'm going to play out this next turn anyway, but I'll play out the Blood. That way next turn I can have 2 Blood, and that way if I do draw an Inquisition, I would probably, I mean, no, maybe I'd play out the Priestess first so I could get some damage in. Because anything he could possibly play this early is probably not going to be something I'd remove anyway. So it probably would be better to just get... Well, in this case, he's now got a blocker. So if I did draw an Inquisition now... then again, he might not want to block with something like this, because it will give him that filter. Yeah, I'm not too sure now, Grum, either. I'm pretty sure Swift Strike would still work. But I'm not going to say with 100% confidence that it will, because I could be wrong. So, yeah. So, I mean, he may block the Priestess with this, but oh, there's another one. So, I guess I'll just play out the diamond. It's interesting that, I guess because it's a socket, it doesn't tell you what Swift Strike, you know. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. But yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe someone else in the chat there knows if Survival of the Fittest still takes into account things like Swift Strike and so on. I don't see why it wouldn't, because I mean, obviously, if your troop had Life Drain, you'd still get that. If your troop had, you know, that sort of, you know, things like that, you know, it still takes into account. Like you'll still gain. So I don't see why it wouldn't use it. Anyway. Let's see what my opponent does this time. Please don't keep stuck on 1 resource. Come on, play one out. Hopefully he's just thinking about, does he want an extra Wild or a Sapphire? There we go. I want a good game. So run to the litter. That's fine. It's perfectly fine. So he's got 1 resource open. which is also fine. And he's, okay, so now he doesn't have, he wants to filter out already, which is fine. What the fudge? He what? Gets rid of a boulder brute? Like what? Okay. That's interesting. That's, very interesting. Maybe he's, severely lacking in resources, I guess, and maybe he's trying to pick one up there for next turn. Hello, Corsicus. How you going? Doesn't take Swift Drake into a special combat phase. That doesn't happen. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Alright, so I'll tack in here and see what he does. I mean, he might just jump block. He can't combat trick because he used the resource on this guy. So he may just take the damage, which I'll be perfectly fine with. And then next turn I can use my -1/-1 on the Stargazer. That way he won't be able to block and kill my priestesses, provided he doesn't bring out something next turn. So he's, you know, going to use that as a jump blocker. That's fair enough. So we'll bring out the other priestess now. Okay, thanks Mythic. And thank you, Corsicus. Hey, Peace Tinker, how you going? So, okay, now he's also got a worker bot. That's something he will happily sacrifice. So he can't have a counter magic open, no second threshold. So we'll be able to play out whatever, but I'll just attack in here. I'll save this charge power. Because, you know, we don't really care if they die. We'll get either more or we'll get damage, so... Plus the Mazet Ranger with a Noble Citizens rebuff, which we can now do, like, will be definitely sweet. So... I mean, I guess I could... Yeah, let's do it. We'll lose just one priestess, because, you know, we don't want to be replaying the priestesses yet. We want to get this ranger out. So we'll just get through, either get rid of his chump blockers, so pretty much clear his board, and make room for the Mazet Ranger for next turn. I mean, obviously he could bring out a troop, but the Mazet Ranger with the 4 damage is probably going to be a bit much for whatever he brings out, hopefully. And clearing his board will obviously be good against... oh, definitely Corsicus. But yeah, clearing his board. Okay, he doesn't even care. All right, that's fine by me. So he probably knows probably suspects that I, you know, just don't care if these. But you know, the longer he lets me keep them, I'm fine. Fine with this, like 3/4 damage basically. Because they're still on the board, they're still going to be swinging at him. So he's obviously going to bring something out now that can block these. Otherwise, so there you go. That's why he's done it. Now he's got a 3/3 on the board. So perfectly logical. But I don't even need to buff this now. I could buff a priestess and make it a 4/3, which actually still would trade with this. But he probably wouldn't want to trade. But we can potentially make him, you know, especially if I was to draw like a Call to the Grave right now. I'd pretty much jizz my pants. I wouldn't. I mean, it'd be sweet, but it's not that sweet. It's not like, oh my god, the best thing ever. And okay, he just tapped out. That's a bit sad. So that's, I mean, he wasn't dead. Like, I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously I had the better board position and I guess overall better deck, but that's kind of sad. I wanted to play it out because that's what we're here to do. Here to play Hex and what you guys are here to watch it. So now, unfortunately, we have to wait. And the bad part is these guys are still on their first game by the looks of it, unless it's just not updated. But this guy's finished as well. Shinjika and Weber, they've finished. Weber is 1-2-0. So they were really quick. So it's possible that Weber has an aggro deck, or Shin just tapped out like my opponent did. So, yeah. Unfortunately, now we have to wait for these guys. So, now we have to basically fill the void. Nice one, Graham. Yes, again, something I wasn't even not looking at the clock, but obviously in that scenario, not needing to in this sort of deck, it can be very fast. But yeah, I mean, as you can see or as you can hear, I talk too much, and that does eat away at the clock. I was actually testing today, just doing AI games, and I noticed while I play at a resource and just smashing spacebar. There was actually a couple times where it'll be on the AI's turn, waiting for it to like either play a resource or just certain things, and I'd be losing my time while the AI is thinking. So they need to look at the clock stuff because I mean, especially when it comes to when you've got limited time, they do need to make sure it's basically not just anyway your time when it shouldn't be, because I have noticed that quite a lot. But that's I still do take too long in a lot of my games because I talk too much or think too much, overthink things. But yeah, yeah, cheating AIs, yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, we have to wait now, unfortunately. So these guys, they've completed. It says complete, which is weird. So maybe Davidia tapped out or something, or then again, I guess maybe it's just because it will update when their second game starts. I guess, like it will then say in progress again. So yeah, here's the reward system for draft. First place is 8 booster packs, second place 4, third place 7,000 gold, fourth place the same, and then 3,500. Yeah, 3,500 for the last 4. Yeah, sometimes I've noticed that rubber band the time back, but a lot of the times I've also noticed it not do that. So yeah, so okay, these guys. So hopefully Flipperone and Grey-Faced both win their next games, because then we will go into the next game. But yeah, we still are going to have to wait potentially 10 plus minutes, depending on how fast these guys go, and that's if this guy just won 2-0. So maybe, I would imagine in that scenario, when the game starts and then ends, Tan Horsegate here probably just had to mulligan several times and was like, well, F that, and taps out. That's generally, if a game ends like instantly, that's generally what's going to happen. Have happened, I should say. So we just have to wait for these guys now. So unfortunately, I got nothing I can just quickly, like a game or something I can just bring up. Actually, I might. Let me see what games I can. Let's have a look. Oh, actually, I know what I can bring up. I haven't played it in a while. Let's see. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. If I can find it. Alright, I found it. Yeah, they definitely will. I mean, obviously when we get PvE stuff, that'll be generally what they let you do. I think Corey actually had said that, the plan is to basically allow you to be doing your dungeons, and then it will just pull you back into your game when it starts, and yeah, that'll obviously be very good, because then you can keep because it automatically saves your progress in the dungeons, so you can just be playing your dungeon, get dragged back into your draft game, your draft finishes, go back to your dungeon, and so on and so forth, and that will obviously get rid of the downtime pretty much. And it'll be a lot of fun. Get a bit of variety as well. And yeah, so let's. It's probably not going to be too long of a wait, but that's if Flipperon wins. So let me just load up a game. It is called Risk of Rain. I haven't played it in a very long time because I pretty much finished it. But it's quite a fun game. So I'm just loading it up now, and it runs in a window, so that's handy. But it's a little like platformer game with co-op, and you get you basically I mean let's just jump into it. So let me do the window capture. So add window capture, Just using OBS. So, bada bing, bada boom. So there we go. There's risk of rain. So let's actually position that. Doom-de-doom-de-doom. Alright. So, yep. Alright, so that's risk of rain. Should be something I can play and that the stream will be able to handle it with my upload. So I'll start a single player game. So I've unlocked, I haven't actually unlocked all the characters yet, but you've got, I mean the engineer here is actually really fun. So, what difficulty? I've got it on the hardest difficulty. Okay, so the engineer is actually really, I mean I haven't played this game in a while, so let me see if I can remember how to play. So use ability Z, X, C, and V, jump. So that's my grenades, which is my first ability. I can then drop down mines with my second. So basically, it starts off. Alright, so this is one of my good abilities here. I need to really remember how to play this game. But it's a little platformer, and basically what you need to do is you need to kill. Like the game just gets harder and harder as the time goes on. But you run around, you get gold from killing monsters, and so I'm just checking hex. Yeah, you get gold from killing monsters, and see this little thing here is a portal, which will activate the portal. So it says, "Are you ready?" Actually, let me check. Just really quickly check something here. So yeah, it looks a bit stuttery on my stream, but I guess that's good enough. Thought I'd have a quick look. Actually, I should pause that so my bandwidth isn't being used up. So yeah, if I activated this now, then it would do like a final wave of monsters. So I'm just dropping some mines on this guy, getting the keys. I can also chuck down the sentry turret there. But yeah, if I activate that now, oh, my game started. So let's pause that. Back to hex. Give me a second. So there's the space coin. But yeah, Risk of Rain, really fun game. Obviously, what I just showed you was like, you guys were like, what the fuck are you doing? But yeah, we're back into hex. So let's see what we get. Looks like a really nice hand. So if I get one more blood, I'll be able to Inquisition. I would play out the Priestess though first, most likely. We are against Ruby though, so that. So maybe, you know, if I do draw blood, I might do the Inquisition first, get rid of potential burns and stuff. So I'll keep this hand. It's okay. So, oh, we're against Weber. So, hello. Alright, so he actually mulligans, so that's awesome. So he's down to 6 cards. Alright, so he's kept that one. Alright, and I'm going first. Yep. So I'll play out the blood there, just because if I do draw another blood, that will give me the option to Inquisition, or if I don't, then I just play out the Priestess. Alright, so, yep, let's, again, we have the clock here, so let's try not to use too much time. Not really much to talk about here. He's going to play out a resource. Potentially a 1-drop, but I don't think he will. And he doesn't. So that's fine. So we'll get out the Priestess here, and if he does want to burn it or something, that's actually decent. You know, I'm not going to worry about that. We got Call to the Grave already. Not to mention we potentially may just be able to get another one from the deck, which we have 5 of them. So yeah. Let's see if he's... So no, doesn't look like he's going to burn, because he would have done it at the end of my turn. So he may have something like a Bombsmith, maybe turn 2. But I do remember I actually picked up a Bombsmith, like someone passed it up on it. So he probably he does have one. So there you go. Look, I mean, I'm psychic. You know, what can I say? I'm psychic. Like, it's just there's your proof. Like, I do this all the time. There's so many things he could have played there, but like, it's just, there it is. And anyway, we grabbed another Priestess, so that's pretty good. Because we potentially, you know, if we don't get a resource here, well, then we're not going to be doing anything, so... at least we can now play out another Priestess. I would be very, very surprised if he had another Bombsmith. Like, I would expect maybe a Pyromancer at this point. But he will have potentially 3 resources, so we may see something like a Gem Crazed Berserker. I mean, there's many things he could have. But I'm going to guess either of those two, maybe. Oh, he's in Sapphire, so he could see... He could see nothing. So he's probably going to attack. Then again, he'd probably be better off leaving it as a blocker. I don't care about 1 damage. But he's going to bring out a troop here. He knows that he can get through 1, I'm not going to block. Because if he doesn't... Okay, so he can Sappers charge this. But he probably won't just yet. He is going to. Okay. That's fair enough. So let's see. We got another one? So we got 2 in the grave already. So we are making him... I mean, unfortunately, he did get the 2 for 1 out of this guy. We did make him use a card there. And with, you know, thinning out our deck a bit as well. Which does mean a bit higher chance to get a resource, but we didn't get it, so that's not good. So, again, I'll just play this out again. And then, hopefully we get some resources. Would be nice. Two resources in a row would be pretty sweet. Because, yeah, gonna be pretty screwed if I'm stuck on 2 for too long. So, yeah, we'll have to see. So he's at 4 resources now, I'm still at 2. And he's gonna probably attack in and then play out a 4-drop. So, yeah, not too sure what he might do here. And nothing, okay. So he could be just holding up a counter magic. So if I... Damn, I was about to say if I get a blood, then I can Inquisition. So that's not good. So I'll probably throw away my Forgotten Lord to get him back later with the Call of the Grave. Yeah, because, you know, he's obviously well out of reach at the moment. Missing all these resources. So that's a bit of a bummer. Oh well, what can you do? It happens. So let me check my stream. Yep, alright, so we throw away the Forgotten Lord. But, you know, we will be able to get him back later if I need to. And in this matchup, like, Forgotten Lord would be pretty sweet to have. But we do have a lot of Call of the Grave, so don't have to get him back super early. Okay, so he's throwing out an Experimental Warhulk, which is actually a bit of a problem, to be honest. It's not something you really see. You know, you never see it in Constructed. But yeah, it's actually going to be quite annoying. Especially if I don't start hitting resources. Like, if I miss another one, probably not going to be winning this game. I mean, there's still potential. The Wind Whisperer will be really helpful. I can tap down his biggest troop, in this case this guy. But next turn he's going to be able to give, you know, even more damage to this guy, and it's got Crush. So I will be on a clock, so I do need to get a resource here to then, like, get out the Wind Whisperer, basically. And unfortunately it did not. But I can now double block this guy, so that's... But he, you know, all he needs to do basically is kill one of these, and then I won't be able to do the double block anymore. So, obviously not a good start. Not a good start at all. But I'm still on 17, so it's not like I'm dead just yet. But all it will take is 1 removal here, and he will be able to then start hitting in for 6. Well, 7 technically, because I still don't want to, you know, I can't block this. So Armory, that's actually okay. So he probably won't use the charge power here. He's going to just do that. Okay, so that actually, is that permanent or just temporary? Yeah, it's permanent. That's actually terrible. So now he can, yeah. So I can't double block now anymore. So, yep, this is getting pretty bad. Pretty bad indeed. Oh well, as I said, not much you can do when you get screwed. So I'm down to 10. So yeah, not good. There we go, finally get a resource. So now, what do I do? I mean, I guess I could Call to the Grave, get back a Priestess, and then I'll have 3 of them on the board. Because he will be able to, well, actually, he can use this only once per turn. So, that probably is my best choice, because that will at least stop him attacking 1 turn, potentially, unless he has removal. And then if I do take the damage, I will have a Blinding Light for the next turn. I would like to get this out, but if he does have the removal, it just dies. I mean, I could just die to this plus a burn or something next turn, so I do actually have to consider that. So I'm taking too long again, so what a bummer. What a bummer. Oh, let's take the gamble that that he doesn't have the kill next turn. And then yeah. Hopefully I live. And then I can leave up the blinding and potentially do something. But yeah, I'd probably just lose. I mean, I miss so many resources. He's at 6, I've only just hit 3. So yep, we'll see. I'm taking a bit of a gamble here, but may as well. But it's quite possible I just die this turn. He's playing a lot of resources. So he got like somewhat flooded, while I'm obviously screwed. At least he got some nice cards out. So it's going up to 8. So if he has any sort of combat trick, a crushing blow, you know, I just die. I mean, he'd obviously... Wait, oh right, he can do that. I forgot about that. I honestly forgot that, yeah, it had that ability. So that was dumb, because I think I'm actually just dead now. I think I'm going to have to block. So it's doing 11, so I can double... I can block here and double block there, which obviously sucks. But I mean, I have to now. I forgot completely about that. Not really something I've really seen at all. Like, it's probably the first time it's actually been played against me. So yeah, forgot about that. So that sucks. And he knows he's very safe to attack here because I'm tapped out. I mean, he's tapped out now as well. So I know I am going to live. But I am going down to 1 health. So yeah. Strange that he's attacking with this. That's kind of weird. Anyway, I guess he doesn't really care about losing it. This is a bit strange, but yeah, I'm going down to 1 health. Yeah. Alright, so we can get another priestess. So this now is, you know, my only, you know, that's the only way I can stop this thing now is with this guy. So it does actually cost 1 resource, and when you're on very little, I'm gonna have to use an Inquisition here, just to get something out of his hand. Like, he could have a burn. I obviously need to check for that, and then I will have the 1 resource open to be able to tap this. So yeah, have to do this. There's no choice really. I mean, if he's got 2 burns, or then it's too bad. So a factory and a welding bot. So you can play the welding bot. So that's obviously not good. Does he have? He does have a sapper's charge. So even more reason to get rid of that. So yeah, and I need to leave open the resource, otherwise I die. So I may be able to actually stabilize here, provided he doesn't top deck a kill. But yeah, this, you know, obviously I need to keep tapping this every turn because of the crush. So it'll untap, and then I'm just going to tap it straight away. Do not want to have that coming at me. I will just die. So, yep. Exhaust that. Bugger off. So he's obviously going to play out that Workerbot factory. Unless, of course, he gets something like a Vol Cannon. So there's the factory. That's fine. I mean, you can already use it and create a Workerbot. But Workerbot's not something that can attack in. He's got no cards left. So I'm actually fine for now. And by fine I mean not fine. And I didn't actually, none of my priestesses actually procced. What's he doing there? Okay, so he can actually do that. That's kind of annoying. Gets those blockers now. So yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to really recover properly. And I'm just eating time. But I'll keep trying. See how we go. So no resources again. This is some real bad luck. So I've only got basically, I mean, don't really have much I can do here. Can't, you know, I want to get that. Look at all those priestesses. Not a single one did the 3 damage proc, which is super annoying. So I guess, I mean, technically I should leave the blinding light open, but I don't give a crap anymore. Let's just play that, and we'll tap his guy again, and yeah. If I die, I die, so be it. I probably should just concede this game anyway. But I'll just see what how my next few draws go. But yeah. So we tap this once again. And he just makes more worker bots. So I mean, they're going to be tough to get through these worker bots because he can just keep buffing them each turn. So I probably should just tap out just because of that. Phoenix Guard Trainer. Super annoying. Yeah, I probably should just tap out here. I'll just see what my next draw is, and then I'll probably just tap out. This is really not going to work. I mean, there's the potential that I could turn it around, but it would take a while. Take a long time. And then by then he probably just gets something that does 1 damage, so yeah, I mean, not to mention, I mean, I can kill that. So, well, actually no, I can't even do that. So I'd have to use this to block. I'm just gonna tap out. Let's go for game 2. So, let's not show him any more of my cards, basically. And, yep. Concede that. Go to game 2. So, I don't think there's really anything I want to... I mean, maybe putting an Infiltrator bot in would actually be pretty good, but, I mean, it's another high-cost card. I mean, I just got really unlucky there. All the other games, it was really nice. That one, not so much. But I don't really have anything to deal with these. You know, I just need to get better luck, basically. Anyway, let's save. I'm not going to change my resources. Like 16, you know, it's fine. Like, it really is. Like, sure, I could go to 17, which is the standard, but no. I like 16, and I will stick with it. Sure, I just, you know, I had a bad luck there. Doesn't mean it's going to keep happening, as we saw in the first 3, or 2 games, or whatever. So yeah, I'll play first here. So 1 resource, come on. Come on, 2. Alright, so a bit unfortunate getting a second diamond. But still, I still can play out my cards, so I'll keep this. Would have liked, obviously, 2 blood, and a diamond would probably be a better start. But you know, I should get another at some point. So we'll play out the. Well, I guess that actually didn't really matter playing out the blood there, because if I did draw an Inquisition, it's not like I have another blood, so it doesn't really make much difference which color I play there. So yeah, going first, which I always like. So he's got no 1-drops again. Alright, so So we're already off to a much better start this time, at 3 resources. No 2-drops though, no priestess this time, which is pretty surprising when we got 5 of them in there. But we will be able to get a Wind Whisperer out earlier, so that's quite good, provided my opponent doesn't get his sapphire charge out. Because this Wind Whisperer is something that, you know, obviously it saved me from dying last game, even though I tapped out just because I didn't feel it worth keep going, basically. But anyway, getting it out, hopefully it doesn't die. Guess I could get that out. You know what? I'm gonna actually play out the Wind Whisperer here, and I'll explain why in a second. Well, it is, you know, it's using all my resources, which is good, but also because I don't want it to die, you know, which it might, but if I play it out now and it lives 1 turn, I hit a resource, I can then make it stronger and a lot harder for my opponent to remove with these things like Sapphire's Charge or a burn. So as long as it can live that 1 turn, I mean, I can get it back later with a Call to the Grave. Oh, he's now the one missing resources. So that's good. So now obviously it would have been better that I played this out, but we didn't know that was going to happen. The logic was still sound, and I still may play out the Citizenry. Didn't get it, so we'll play the... yeah, just play the Priestess here. We did get a Call to the Grave, so we can just attack in for 1. Which is not anything special, obviously, but... I mean, he could have speed or something, but I will. We'll still just get that 1 damage in. And we can always, you know, potentially block... or we can, you know, always just block with that, so... that would be fine, even if he brings out a speed troop. But yeah, he's stuck at 2 now. So it's his turn. I mean, I missed a 4th resource, but that's not a big deal when he's stuck on 2. So, and I've got board presence. So he's missed a resource again. Yeah. So I got screwed first game. Now he's screwed second game. So well, I'm sort of screwed this game as well. Sort of. I mean, I was, you know, stuck at 3. Normally that's fine. Didn't get, you know, if I got more priestesses that'd be sweet. But yeah. Obviously not able to add as much pressure as I would like to. Like if I can get the Citizenry out next turn, that'll be super sweet, or even the Mazet Ranger will be super sweet. He's actually got rid of a Elimination Specialist, which would be super annoying, so that's good. And I can't play that, which is annoying. Oh well. So, he's stuck at 2, I'm stuck at 3, but at least I got some things on the board. And I can use Blinding Light to potentially protect stuff if I feel the need. Which I probably wouldn't want to when I've got a Call to the Grave in hand. But obviously he doesn't have removal, because he would use it. Because, you know, then he wouldn't have to discard. So he definitely doesn't have any low cost removal. Otherwise, you know, he would have done them just so he doesn't have to discard these really nice cards he's got. So it looks like he's missed again. So that's obviously nice. So what actually does he have here? So I could, you know, I can steal from his grave as well. Wait, what? Closed beta next Wednesday. Okay, let me check the Hex website. Must be obviously something. Yeah, okay, wow. Holy shit. That's amazing. Website's changed to HTTPS. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Surprising, in a way. Alright, so let's see if we get a resource. We don't, but we had another priestess, so play that out. Hit in for 3 damage again. Wow, that's really, that's crazy that the thing's next week. Yeah. I'm gonna I haven't read that yet, but I will definitely be reading it in a moment. Or after this game, or this matchup. Anyway, let's go quicker, because my time is, you know, while I am obviously in a winning position here, like I've got the board presence, he's stuck on 2. I'm not able to add, you know, just kill him off because I did, you know, I'm missing a resource as well. So I'm not obviously. Otherwise, you know, if I had my 4th resource, he'd be dead by now, because I would have been able to play out both of these and even just life save for 3. But yeah, we want to obviously kill quick, using. You know, we need at least 10 minutes for the last game, if not more. So he's got the 3 drops. Oh, double gadget. Okay, so that's fine, because that does nothing by itself. So I'm still gonna hit in for 5. Potentially more if I hit a resource. So if I hit a resource here, I can amp up my damage, which will be good. So come on, resource. There it is, and it's a blood, so that's even better. So, yeah, let's amp up the damage. And I will give it to the Wind Whisperer, just because we don't want to lose it. It is something that can deal with anything. Even though it does mean that, anyway, that's fine. Let's do that. Less talk, more smacky smacky. Alright, so that puts him down to 6. That's good. So potentially we just win. Actually, we do just win. I mean, there's pretty much nothing he can do to stop me from killing him next turn. Because, yeah. And we didn't actually have to reveal it as well, so that's good. So, you know, because next turn, even if he removed, say, 2, 3 of my troops, as long as I hit in for 2, well, actually 3, then I could do a life siphon for the other 3. And if I hit a resource, then I could have done it for 4. So, yep, nothing I really need to change again. So getting, like, see, if I had a totem out in that scenario, you could just sit there and just keep buffing it, and give it life drain, give it more stats, and then just keep gaining life. And, yeah, to take it out of kill range as well. And then when they do get a troop, give it flying, and then you kill them. So totem in this matchup will work. So, yeah, it would be pretty nice to get that while my opponent doesn't have... Oh, okay, so bugger. We only get... What a son of a biatch. So we got the totem that I wanted. Got a stone skin, which is good as well to help protect the totem, but only 1 resource. So, I mean, I could risk it, and I'm really tempted to do it. Even though I know I shouldn't. Like, I know it's bad, but, you know, I just want to do it just to see if I can pull it off. Because I don't care too much if I end up losing. Like, it's not a big deal. So, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. You guys want me to do it? I'll see what you guys say. If you want me to risk it, I'll risk it. If not, I'll play sensible. So, yeah. I'll let you guys decide, even though my time is ticking. You've got, give you guys to 14 minutes. So, 30 seconds. I'll wait to see what you guys want me to do. I know what I should do, but I'll see what you guys want me to do. Do we take the risk? That is the question. So, Ed's War, he says yeah. YOLO, draw. So we've got 2 for keeping it, I think. I don't know, it's a bit hard to tell what Ed's War is. So Ed's War, we got 2 for keep, 1 for draw. So, no one else? No one else? Alright, so, okay, anyway, let's just keep it. Not enough people voted, so we'll just go with the 3 votes. So, obviously, you know, he's on the play, I'm on the draw, so hopefully we get a resource. But yeah, we got 2 turns to basically pick it up, and that will allow me to get this out. But, you know, if I do get... It may also be better to play this out after I've got 3 resources. That way I can stone skin straight away. Which I may do. I mean, I may have to do that. We'll see how we go in terms of these resources. So... So yeah, obviously this could... actually, I'm going first. I wasn't paying attention. So, yep. So he's on the draw. He's kept a 5 resource hand, so... Okay. That's interesting. Oh, I'm not going to blame anyone if I lose. Like, I expect to lose when taking this big of a risk. But, I mean, if my opponent's not doing anything for the first, you know, 3 turns, if I miss too many, I mean, it could be pretty bad, obviously. But we'll see. So there's 1 miss. So if I pick it up next turn, like I will, if I pick up a blood, I'll have a play at least. If I pick up a diamond, then I'll just play out the totem. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's a big risk. Like, you know, I know this. We know all knew this. But you know, it'll be exciting if it works. So why not? So yeah, let's see. Come on, out of the cards. There we go. So we can do something, and that now, if I do pick up a diamond, that will allow me to do the 2 plus the stone skin and leaving open. So we can get rid of. So you said he had a lot of resources, so hopefully we can get rid of something big, something that will be quite annoying. So there's a few of them. Mesmerize will be annoying. Workabot Factory, not really a big deal. The Hellhound and the Volcannon are a problem. The Hellhound is 6 cost though. He's on 2 resources, so 3, 4, 5. Do I have... I can use Wind Whisperer for this. Volcannon I can't, so obviously I need to get rid of the Volcannon. We know now we need to use the Steadfast on Totem before we attack, otherwise we will give... I mean, the Mesmerize is a problem, but, you know, Stone Skin, actually. We can bait out the Mesmerize into a Stone Skin if we play this smart. So, yep, that's what I plan to do. So he's got a Gearsmith, so hopefully he whiffs here. If he picks something up, that'll be somewhat annoying. So we do need to hit a resource still. Okay, so Sapper's Charge is not good, so I can't Stone Skin that as well, so that's actually quite bad. Bugger. Can't Stone Skin that, so that's not good. So, I mean, I could play at the Wind Whisperer now just to make him use this, and then we get this back later on with a Call to the Grave. Because yeah, like I said, can't Stone Skin that. So yeah, I will do this, and maybe he might not, but he probably will. I mean, I'd be kind of surprised if he doesn't kill this, because he knows, just, you know, well, it's a powerful effect, especially when he's got that Hellhound. So yeah, he's killing it straight up. How did he do that with 1 resource though? What the fudge cakes just happened? The effect is 2. He had 1 open. Wait, it said 1. I guess he only did play a Gearsmith though. I'm pretty sure it said 1, which I guess was a bug. Anyway, whatevers. I'm pretty sure it did, but yeah. I guess that was just a visual thing, or I'm just seeing things. That's quite possible. But yeah, that's fine. We know he's got the Mesmerize, so we can bait that out now with the totem and the skin. The totem skin? The foreskin. No, wait. What? Alright, so let's see if this works. I mean, obviously he's going to hit me for 1 there. Not a big deal. And getting another resource would be nice, but not really necessary. But yeah, would be nice, because then we can get the Mazet Ranger at some point. So yeah. Bum 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 bum. A throat cutter. So I could bring that out as well. Because yeah, I mean, he's not, well, yeah, let's do the totem and leave the skin open. I mean, he's not going to use the Mesmerize straight up. I mean, he might, but he knows then I'll just give it Steadfast, so no, he wouldn't. But he may have something else, but then we have to obviously give Steadfast after that. So we got the skin open, so hopefully he doesn't have another Sappers. That would be annoying, because nothing I can do to stop a Sapper's charge. So let's see what he does. He's at 5 now, so he can't get the Hellhound just yet. He is going to get the factory. That does tap him out. Now, so I'm going to have to give Steadfast, so he can give this more damage if... No, that would be silly, because then I'd just go pop. So he won't do that. So I will be able to... let's think about this. I can... If I hit a resource... Then, yeah, I need to hit a resource. Then I can actually bait out the Mesmerize, because I want to give it +1/+1. Swing in. He either chump blocks or just takes the damage. Then he's like, sweet, Mesmerize. And then I'm like, haha, Stone Skin. So, yeah. Didn't get it, so that's unfortunate. So, yeah. So I could just give it Steadfast. I do kind of need to leave this open still, though. I may just not attack and bring out another troop. Because he didn't have anything else besides the mesmerize. So, I mean, obviously he might draw a burn or something. I'll take the risk. I don't want to be sitting around doing nothing too much. So, taking a risk, another risk. Why not? You're going to take risks, take them all. Again, I'm using too much time. Let's smash that spacebar. Whoops, I skipped my attack phase. I should say that in chat. Oh, no. Nah, he knows that I know, so he probably understands why I'm not attacking there. But it does mean he could get the Hellhound out here, which obviously is a big problem. And here it comes. Here comes the Hellhound. So, that's not good. Most likely going to see the Hellhound anyway. And there it is. So, I can't actually block it either, and you can, yeah. I need my Wind Whisperer back. My Mazet Ranger would have been nice against that if it could block it. I probably should have read that before, to be honest. But I didn't. So that's going to be a pretty big problem. And I still need more resources. So, yeah. Not good. Not good. Alright, Blood Aura is pretty good. Kinda. I could put it on this, and then if it will rage, then he can't really block it with this. So, unless he wants to trade, and then because it will keep getting bigger and bigger, that may be worth doing. I mean, maybe I just attack in, then you'll just mesmerize it though. So that sucks. Bugger, bugger, bitch bum. So, that's annoying. That is super annoying. So I mean, I could potentially, yeah, no, if I attack with this, and he blocked, well then, yeah, sure, I could do it, but then he'll just mesmerize, which, it's not horrible, but, bugger it. Let's just attack and see what he does. I kind of have to, because this thing is going to be a huge problem. So, I mean, if he doesn't block, then I just won't Blood Aura, so, whatevs. Block, block, come on, do it. Do it. Come on. You son of a bitch. Didn't think so. It's not worth him risking it. So, oh, actually, I guess, yeah, no, he didn't. Oh well, we're getting some damage. We can leave open a Blinding Light, which not really... I mean, with the amount of resources he's got, I probably will need to use a Blinding Light, which is pretty bad. Because this can just, you know, he's going to be able to give it this, plus another 6 damage on top of that, so that's 13 damage. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. So I really do, like, what I need to have happen here is a lot of things. I need to basically draw a resource, maybe Blood Aura this, and then leave open Stone Skin to stop the mesmerize, and then he won't be able to pump it as much. He'll still do a lot of damage to me. So I can Blinding Light for this turn. He's going to be able to do a fuck ton of damage though. But, you know, I have to, you know, I can't take that much damage. He's actually going to use this, which is interesting. But it makes sense. Gets him a blocker. He can still add a load of damage to this. So, yeah. It's going to be very hard for me to basically win this one. Not to mention my clock is still ticking down rapidly. So, obviously I can't block. So, do I have to use it now? I'm not sure. Normally you get to hit priority twice before it... Because I want him to use these resources before I do it. Oh well. He's got... Yeah, it should let me. Declare blockers. I skip that, then he buffs this. Yeah, come on, use them all. 1, 2... Yeah, there we go. So, I mean, he's going to be able to do this every turn, unfortunately. Oh, shit. Okay, so I just fucked up. I was expecting more. And, yeah. Alright, well, what a dick. Oh, at least I can Stone Skin. This is really bad. This is really bad. I mean, it's not over, but it's kind of over. What a shitter. I don't think I have any direct... So there's a resource. But, not going to really help too much. I can't use the I need to leave the blinding light open. There's no ifs and buts about that one. So unfortunately, Mazet Ranger can't, block and kill this because it's got that bloody annoying gem in it. I can't use, for example, this plus this. It's only going to give it -2. So, I have to leave this open. So basically, I do nothing. I mean, I can still attack with this, I guess. He can then double block it, though, which he'll probably do. Bugger. And yeah, he's just going to get more. Balls. So, yeah. I mean, I might as well just attack. And, well, I probably actually should have used this just so he can't double block. It's too late now, though. But yeah, I should have done that. It's too late. Can't do this during the combat. So, yeah. Tough titties, basically. Tough titties. So he's actually just going to chump block. That's good. So... yeah. Bugger it. Let's just kill that. I don't care anymore. This thing is a major nightmare. I can buy 1 turn, which is not enough. And I don't think... With the amount of resources he has, buying 1 turn is okay, but it's not enough. It's not enough. He's got so many resources. Oh, Lord. So yeah, if I need to draw basically something that just kills this, which I can't really think of what I've got in my deck that'll work. Like, it's just, yeah, there's nothing really. So, pretty much dead. 4, wait, 5, 6, 7. Nah, he's too much health. If I had more resources, I could potentially, Anyway, let's make sure I do this. He hasn't even declared attackers yet. There we go. So he only needs to do this twice. He's still going to have heaps of resources, so it doesn't matter when I do this. Let's just do it now, just to make sure. He's still going to be able to play out whatever he wants to play out. I mean, if he's got a counter magic, he wins, but, big deal. So there we go. So, obviously I take no damage. So then he'll bring out a worker bot, and what if he's got something in hand he wants to play, which he's got a Warhawk, so yeah. Oh, that's painful. That's very painful. Call of the Grave. So... I could get the Wind Whisperer out, but I can't use it, so that's unfortunate. If I had that earlier, I really needed that Wind Whisperer. So, is there a way for me to buy myself 1 turn? I don't think so. Not with the amount of resources he has. Let me see, I can gain a max of 5 health, so I can go to 15. So, he would still have 15 damage, not to mention I would need to chump block here. So I'm pretty sure there's no. I mean, obviously I need to actually Call to the Grave, play it out, and still buy myself a turn. So, yeah. That is balls. So yeah, that gem completely destroyed me. That's actually quite good. I mean, I would obviously now wish I had not ditched the Volcan, and actually I probably should have paid more attention to what this gem was in this guy. Because yeah, the Volcan, while it would have done 3 damage a turn, maybe more at especially when he's got this on the board, I would have actually been able to gain a lot of health with this Blood Aura, which would have negated that. Whereas this, I just can't deal with. So I basically killed myself there. I could have yeah, anyway, so I've just, I have lost, so I will just say. So anyway, let's just attack in with the throat cutter. Why not? Oh, actually, I gained 16, which, I mean, I'm up to 16. So, am I actually dead? Oh wait, this has crush as well. Yeah, I am. So never mind. 2 crush troops equals GG. And then he would just have to play another resource as well. Oh well. Splat. And we'll just grab him. Anyway, let's let him go on to his next matchup. We'll concede out. And what I'm going to do now real quickly is, give me 2 seconds. Okay, that copy and paste didn't work. Let's try again. Just going to bring something up real quick. Give me just a moment. So I can leave that now. So I'm going to bring up the news about, the closed beta. So give me just a moment while I do that. Since I want to read it, so I might as well put it on the stream so you guys can, not that, you can't just go to the website, but I'll bring it up here as well. So, there we go. Alright, so I'm just going to have a look at this. So, closed beta, 23rd of the 4th. Yes, I'm sure most of you already read this, but yeah, so hi Hexes, we're happy to announce that closed beta will begin on April 23rd. Requires a few odds and ends to fall into place, but as of today, we're confident that we'll have those wrapped up and the client will be ready on Wednesday. Hex Twitter account. There may be some unforeseen... Yeah, so there may be, they may still delay it. Alright, so we'll be getting our Kickstarter codes. Anyone who backed to Kickstarter, I assume that means Slacker backer stuff as well. So that's cool. So also just mentioning the latest patch, introducing the stash, which you can see here, which is just I'll bring that up on the game as well. Then again, you won't be able to see it with this on the way, in the way. So let's have a look. Sorry. Yeah, so I assume everyone's reading this, or already has read this anyway. So when you redeem your reward codes, this is where everything that's not a card will land. So pretty much in the stash, you'll get all your stuff. So all the non-cards, so all your Kickstarter packs. I guess alternate art cards would probably go in the card manager, I guess. and we're not going to get everything though. Like they have actually, Corey said in the interview with Neo and John that you know, you're not going to get all the stuff, obviously yet. Whatever's ready, you'll get, and you'll get the other stuff later on. So yeah, there's also the Mac client, which is already out. So yeah, I mean, obviously very good news, very exciting. But yeah, that's next week. Holy moly. I'm surprised, because I mean, I thought, you know, there's still a number of bugs in the game, like Relentless Corruption still has some odd interactions and a bunch of other cards, so I mean, maybe they've already fixed these problems. But at the end, you know, as long as the game, you know, like they have said, if there is any problems, like say for example you lose a draft due to a bug, they will side in basically in the player's favor, so you'll still get, you know, you'll get compensation and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, most of the other stuff is working really nice, so pretty awesome. So what was I gonna do? Alright, let's have some fun with some constructed. I've got this actually, the deck that was showing there, the Gambit deck. It's actually pretty fun, so let's challenge this guy. It's just a deck I built before. Replicators Gambit, very fun card. So I decided to build some more decks, some old, similar to an old deck I used to have for it. Figured I'd rebuild it and add some new toys. Yeah, all those cards. They mean nothing. Alright, so this guy not responding. Let's try terrible. Somebody accept. You can do it. Alright, so let's try this guy. If anyone in chat wants to jump on and verse me. Try this guy. Try all the guys. Alright, he said LFG, so he should accept. And he does. Alright, so we're about to see the space coin. They need to have a voiceover here, like Corey Jones voiceover, just going, space coin! Good old space coin. So, this guy won the flip. And he's chose to go first. Which is, you know, he's an aggro deck most likely. My opening hand, not bad, not bad. I'll keep that. So, I mean, with this deck, I got many targets for Gambit. Like, I could use it on a Wildeboar if I want. I could use it, I mean, I could even use it on Mirror Knight. And then you just search for your cards. You know, the troops that you've used the Replicators Gambit on, you search for them with the Ceremony. But another Mirror Knight, that's pretty sweet. So don't want to, you know, while I could, while I could use the Ceremony here, you want to keep those four specifically to get the cards after, you know, you've Gambited something. Unless you seriously are needing a troop on the board, then you know. But obviously in turn one, sure, I'm going to take some damage. It's not a big deal. But the problem here is he's in Ruby, so he may just lose. Oh, and that's a problem as well. So aggro deck 101, pretty much. He's yep. All right. So not something I can really, you know, because he's going first as well. You know, I'm still, yeah. As you can see, not really anything I can do to stop myself taking 5 damage here, unless I want to sacrifice a Mirror Knight, which may be worth it. I don't know. I may do it. I'm not gonna. I mean, he could just burn it, and that's a thing I was mentioning before. Because he's in Ruby. If I just lose this here, it's gonna suck. I think my best choice, my course of action here, is to take the 5, and hopefully he doesn't kill this, and then I get the other Mirror Knight out, and use that other Mirror Knight to potentially chump, depending on what I draw. Like getting a Buccaneer would be nice. But yeah, I can take some damage. I've got some cool tricks in this deck as well, which, you know, provided I don't just die, we'll hopefully be able to show you guys. Because, you know, like, for example, this champion is actually a combat trick for me, in a way. Well, not really a combat trick, but it's, you'll see. I mean, I can either use it, obviously, say I get a Wildeboar again and it's 8-8, well then I can just go bang, you're a flyer and kill my opponent, thank you. Or, I've got two main deck turbulences. And, you know, say for example, my troop gets at a big ground troop and you're like, oh shit, that's, you know, I have to deal with that, no choice. What I can do is use my flying power here, give it flight and then use that turbulence. So it gives it a bit more versatility. Sure, it does mean I'm using this just to get rid of a card, but, you know, if you've got no other ways to really get rid of certain cards, you know, but there is a lot of things in the meta at the moment that a turbulence, you know, you can run it main deck against a lot of things. You know, you see a lot of Vampire Kings and the like. Ponies have actually fallen off, surprisingly. Yeah, I haven't seen those in a long time. Good old pony. But yeah, there's angels as well, obviously, which is the bigger thing. So you generally will get use out of them. Again, in this matchup, though, Ruby Wild, not going to really see many flyers. So what did I actually just draw there? I don't even know. I guess it was a Shard of Fate. So yeah, I guess I'll play out... I'm going to play out the Mirror Knight. I'm going to do a bit of a risky play here. I'm going to play that out. I'm going to play a... I'm going to do the Shard of Fate. Because all my cards are basically one threshold. And I've got a one-off diamond in here just for another little trick. Which, you know, I don't have the actual card to do it at the moment, but we'll grab that. It's just a one-off diamond. And, sure, I'm gonna take more damage. If he gets out a speed troop, you know, maybe it'll be a, you know, I can take another 5 though. I think that'll be fine. And hopefully, you know, I draw a troop. But basically, what I'm counting on here is I want, you know, having 2 of these out is awesome because then when I do start trading with these cards, then I'll be getting more cards, so that'll be even better. So basically, what the plan is, next turn I can. Alright, so what's he doing? Oh, Blaze Elemental, right? So. Yeah, I'm just going to take it. It's a huge risk, obviously, but, so 6, 7, 8. Yeah, why not? Let's be crazy. I mean, I may just, you know, could cost me the game, but I'll take the risk, and we'll see how we go. So another Savage Raider, that's a problem. So basically what I want to do here is, I mean, drawing a Buccaneer would be sweet. If I don't draw a troop that, you know, I then can use to block, Buccaneer would be the best one. Sensei is actually good as well, like that's sweet. What I was going to say, what I can do, and I still can do it, is play out the Sensei, well, I'm sorry, use the Okenge, and potentially get a Buccaneer. And I may do that, I may see if I can get one, because a Buccaneer will like allow me to bounce, for example, say, you know, I'd probably want to bounce a Savage. Well, if he's got a Crushing Blow, which he probably does, then I'm probably just still dead. So this one I'd probably want to bounce. So I will do this just because a Buccaneer will do more for me. So let's see if we can grab one. Unfortunately not. I will grab the Wizard though. Just because, you know, obviously I'm going to play out the Sensei here. So yeah, I will still die to a Crushing Blow, so that'll be a problem. Unless, of course, yeah. We'll see. So this may end next turn. Guess we'll find out. He could also have a Wild Growth, which will... I mean, I basically... Because I didn't get the Buccaneer, I'm going to have to block with this as well. But I'm going to draw a lot of cards. I can take maybe another 2. Maybe I just block with everything. I may risk not doing that though. We'll see. Buccaneer would have obviously been much better though, because then I could block with it. Say kill this, draw 2 cards. We'll see. Obviously not attacking. So if I can live one more turn, I think I will be able to stabilize rather nicely, maybe. But I will be on like probably 3 health, depending on what he does here. I mean, he could just win the game right here. There's many things he could do: a burn, crushing blow, suppressive fire, yeah, pretty much wild growth as well. Because I don't really want to block with everything. I probably have to though. But if he's got a crushing blow, yeah, I have to block with everything. Just I may as well play, you know, properly. Because yeah, if he's got the crushing blow, I die. So since I am going to block with everything, which is not something I really want to do, but you know I have to. So I will obviously block here, just so that way if he does have the crushing blow, I won't die. It'll block a little bit more damage because of the 2 back end, and then I'll just block here. And I think that, I mean, he could have multiple crushing blows. He could have multiple cards. Anyway, let's just do that, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to draw several cards. Okay, so no tricks. But he is at 5 resources, so a Gastral, that's okay. That noise is not. So that's fine. So now I can do a couple things. Whew. That's a lot of boars. So probably just play out the wizard here. Why is it not... Okay, this is weird. What's going on? Eh? Why am I not able to play a resource? I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my shit. It says it's my turn. I've skipped my main phase somehow. What the fuck is going on? What? What the hell? Alright, so this is very strange. If I hit this, it's probably going to go to my end phase. So why am I not able to play cards? It's my turn. Even though I don't... this is very strange. Okay, so... I don't know. Okay, I was about to type, weird, I can't play cards, and he just tapped out, so... Yeah, I mean, bugs like that, like, and then they're announcing the beta is next week. It's like, Anyway, that's the first time I've actually came across that. Don't know why my opponent didn't, you know, I was taken, you know, obviously just sitting there doing nothing, but maybe he was just like, oh, I've got you dead next turn, fudge it, and just quit. I don't know. Maybe he was just like, whatever's. He could have at least said something, but anyway, I was about to type to him to let him know. But obviously that was an annoyance, but okay, this is much better. That's a much better starting hand. And yep. Anyway, let's see if we can show off some of these tricks this time. I think I would have been able to stabilize that last game. Maybe that's why he tapped out. Maybe he's just like, bugger it. I don't know why I couldn't play cards though. That's not a good bug. So I guess I'll play my Stargazer here. So this is basically the reason why I've got just this. I've got basically 4 Shards of Fate and the 1 diamond in the deck. And the reason for that is just so... because you're not always going to be wanting to filter with these guys. I have 4 of them in my deck. Just because I do, you know, filter... because this deck is basically very low curve. The highest cost card is 4, and there's only a few of them, which is the wizard. And, you know, you're very low cost stuff, so you start filtering out resources pretty early. Like, you're not going to really need more than, like, even 4. You could get away with just staying at 4. You may want to have 5. I mean, you could go to 6, but then from there you don't want to have more. And yeah, then being able to filter out is good. And then when you obviously don't have cards to filter out because you're happy with what you got, being able to just gain 2 health is actually pretty good. So we got a wizard. So we're probably going to be against, you know, the paladin dude. So it'll be a 3/3 next turn, which is not good. But so I can probably safely attack with this, just because he's not gonna block, because he wants this. It's part of his strategy. So let's just. I mean, if he does block, I'm not going to care either. I've got more of these. But I think that's probably very important to his strategy, so confident that he wouldn't, and as you see, he didn't. Not that it really matters, because I mean, it's just going to gain him health, so he's already negated the damage I did anyway. But you know, may as well when you can get through, may as well do it. And it's not like he's going to attack me because I've got the blocker ready. But okay, Soul Marble, that will be a bit of an issue. But yeah, obviously takes time, so not attacking still. He's also using Dimmed, so a lot of life gain. So that's a bit of an annoyance. So I could play out the Buccaneer just to annoy him a bit. And I might do that, because it will allow me to get through some damage. Because yeah, I may do that. Let's see. Yeah. Or if I Sensei, I can get my Shard of Fate and start getting life of my own. With the diamond. I could also do that. Yeah, let's do that. Use the Shard of Fate now. And that way next turn I can do the wizard. Even though that would allow me as well. We'll do that. He's not going to block, so we'll still get the damage through. Use the Buccaneer on something else. So all the way at the end again, the diamond. So yeah. Attack in. So picking up a Replicator's Gambit would actually be nice, because well, normally it's you know, using it on a Buccaneer is super sweet, but when he's got a Soul Marble, unless I was to get it really early before he activates this, then it's, you know, it still will be good getting that many troops out, and then I bounce back the main one. I just won't be able to bounce back his troops, which, you know, would basically win me the game. So there's a third diamond. So has he got to play pony or something? Oh, I was thinking pony. I was like, yeah, maybe we'll see a pony this time. And yeah, there it is. I must be psychic, like really, I must be. So that's obviously not good, but I will be able to Buccaneer that now. So that's okay. And then if I am lucky enough to pick up a Gambit, I can replicate as the Buccaneer after using it. And just keep swinging in with these, basically. So let's see what we pick up. Another Buccaneer, that's okay as well. So I will play the Buccaneer here. Accept that. Send that back to his hand. It does. Now the good thing about this is that if he wants to get this out again, he is not putting resources into the marble, so that's good. So I will use this to gain some health. Don't need to filter just yet, because I don't mind going up to 5 resources, and it will give me my charge. So we'll just gain some health. So instead of, you know, hitting in for one, you know, it's a lot of the times you just can't hit in with it. So you know, when you're not filtering, you're gaining health. So that extra little diamond, that one-off diamond, you know, sure you're not going to have it all the time, but you know, it's very easy to get. You know, you just get one Shard of Fate and just grab it, because all your other stuff, 1 threshold. So yeah, it will help. It's a lot of times helps out quite a lot, because you know, it adds up very quickly, especially when you have 2 of these out. You're getting all that card quality by just filtering out stuff that doesn't help you, like resources, and then when you're not, just gain lots of health. So he's playing that again, which is good, because we can just bounce it again. So again, sure, he's gaining, you know, back 1 health, but that's not a big deal. It's a lot better than him not, you know, hitting in for 3 and being able to block me, and he's not pumping the marble. So I mean, eventually he will, you know, if he keeps playing at a resource each turn, he will be able to do this very easily. But hopefully I draw into some, like a Gambit. So I could filter this one out, which I might. Let's actually do this first. I'm going to filter here. See what I draw. So another wizard. So I'm going to filter the Stargazer. If it lets me, there we go. Because the wizards will be able to allow me to add some pressure. I mean, I could even get the wizard out now. Maybe mean, obviously, probably better to just keep this at bay. Yeah, let's send it back to his hand again and just swing in. Because if I don't do that, then I can't really swing. So I may as well do that again. And I mean, I could use this now, even though it is, again, better to use with the Gambit. That's part of the deck strategy. But yeah, like I will be able to give, you know, Buccaneer flying, for example. And then I'll be able to block the pony if I choose to, which I'd probably just do. Yeah, we'll just. I mean, I could use this now and potentially grab another Buccaneer, which would really annoy him. But he may miss a resource. He also may not. But I could also potentially. I mean, let's actually leave it there because I may want to try and filter out this maybe. We'll see, but I won't use it just yet, because it will do a lot more for me if I do get a Gambit. So he did. Oh, he's got an Angel instead. That's okay. I mean, I don't mind that. It's fine, because he's not going to be gaining health, and he will, you know, while it still will be able to block very well. At least he's not gaining even more health just yet. So let's see what we can pick up. See what we draw. So Shard of Fate. So I definitely want to filter that. So let's do that. We'll still be able to play a wizard. So we'll see what we draw as well. And there's a Gambit. So now I probably will use that, because that will draw me another card as well. Now it does mean, yeah, let's do it. Because I mean, we can't get through, so these troops are kind of. I mean, I could also do it on a Sensei. But the Buccaneer, while this is not live, will do a lot more. So let's do it on a Buccaneer. And we can use the Okenge as well. So we draw a Shard of Fate, which is something else we can filter out again. So we'll use the Okenge. And see if we can pick up either that Buccaneer or something we can play. So a Mirror Knight is actually really nice. So we don't need... I mean, I could do that, and I could swing in with it, and it's a bit of damage. But he's got life gain, so... the Mirror Knight is definitely going to do a lot more for me. It's a pity I didn't have one earlier against Mono Diamond, because it's not like I'd attack in with it. So I would have gave all my troops some, you know, not playing Time Ripple, just the bounce with the Buccaneer. Just because Time Ripple, I don't like that card anymore, to put it simply. So, yeah, I'll just take damage from him. But yeah, if we pick up a Turbulence, we can just kill the Angel. But we still have, you know, now we have a lot of, we've still got 3 Buccaneers in the deck now. One of them with many, many copies. So, but yeah, if he does start pumping the marble, I do have Nature's Reigns though. I do have, I think, 2 of them in the deck, or it might just be the one-off. But yeah, we'll see. I know I've got it in there, just can't remember if I left 2 or 1. But yeah. It's in there. So, yep. Just, like the wizard with the Mirror Knight's going to be nice, because then I can just chump block with the owl, get a card. And basically, the more cards I draw, the more chance to get to those Gambited troops. So, you know, there's only the 1 Gambited troop so far. But, yep, the more card draw, the better. And we can just, again, we can filter out with this guy and still play the wizard. He's going to attack in for 4, and that's fine. And I can keep gaining health with this as well. I don't need to just yet. 18 health is fine. Getting the wizard out is a lot more important, because that will get inspired now. And yeah, that owl will get me a card, which is very relevant, especially when you've got the Stargazer to filter. So let's see what we draw. See if we get something nice. So, not going to really do much. Not yet, anyway. So another Stargazer. So I'll filter out the resource. Play out the wizard, which then gets inspired. So both the wizard and the owl get inspired here. Now, if I could, I would rather be playing a Royal Falconer. Getting 3 troops that all get inspired is very sweet. But yeah. It still works pretty nice. 2 cards for 1. So I don't want to give anything flying just yet. Not really much point. So I can't attack in. He's back to 20 life anyway. And he's going to hit me for... I mean, he's probably going to bring out... Okay, so he's doing the marble. He won't be able to get it online just yet. But yeah, hopefully we can pick up a Nature's Reigns before he gets this online. What? Did he have 3? I guess he did. I thought he only had... Yeah, okay. So he will be able to get this online now if he hits a resource, which I guess he probably has. So that's going to be a pretty big problem. But all I need to do is get to my Nature's Reigns, and then I'll be able to deal with that. You know, what will suck if he gets this online, then I draw a Turbulence. So that he is going to be able to do it, and he would be silly not to. He should do it pretty much right now. So it would be nice to top deck a... or even just filter into one. Anyway, so going to be a problem. But I'm pretty sure I've got 2 Nature's Reigns, but probably is actually 1. Because I was, you know, a bit greedy. Normally this deck is doing a lot more by this stage. But yeah, Angel is, you know, a 4/4 with Steadfast is a problem. So now my Replicated Buccaneer now, he's not going to be able to bounce this stuff unless I can get rid of this now. So, which is very unlikely, so I'm probably going to lose this game. He's going to give it life gain, so I have to chump block here, which gets me another card, which is good. But yeah, need a specific card out of 41 cards. Let's see if the heart of the cards are with me. Come on, there we go. So yeah, in hindsight, replicating the one of the senseis would have been better than the Buccaneer, just because, you know, we knew the marble would get online at some point. So now I can, so that's actually good. So let's do that, because we need to get more cards, obviously, and that's what a sensei gets for you, a lot of cards. So we'll replicate that. Get another Mirror Knight, which I would like to get out, but I do need to be... Well, I don't need to block it every turn. I think I will get this out before doing the other wizard. Yeah, let's do that. This means I'm going to take some damage, but we do have a Stargazer, and I can get another Stargazer out. Like, these guys are not that important anymore. Well, they kind of are, like, especially when they turn into 8/8s. And getting that sensei would be pretty damn sweet, but I can't really attack in with it because he'll just block it. So I will just play out the Stargazer and gain 2 health, or I may even just filter, and I can gain health next time. But I can decide that afterwards. I could also just give something flying to chump block this, but yeah, let's not bother with that just yet. I think my best course of action is actually to play one of these out just so it turns into an 8/8, goes into the deck. We'll gain health with this, because when we get these back as an 8/8, then we can give it flying, and that will stop this angel. But yeah, we will be able to block this and gain 2 cards next time. Like, it won't be blocking it this turn. Incantation, okay, that's a bit of an annoyance, but that's okay. Oh, there's his pony back, so that's a problem. So let's gain some health. So I mean, I'm obviously in trouble. I mean, he's using very high quality cards, whereas I'm doing more of a fun deck. Still works really nicely, this deck, but soul armaments, you know, that is going to cause me a lot of problems. Without that, I could probably do a lot more. And if I had these guys earlier on, that would have also been nice. But yeah, He's obviously gaining a lot of health, but that's not a big deal. The big idea is just getting these threats off the board, so I do need to get the Nature's Reigns. So I probably will add a second Nature's Reigns to the deck. Alright, so see what we draw. Something good would be nice. So there it is, there's that replicated Buccaneer. So unfortunately, he won't do for me what I want him to do just yet. Now what I can do, which is actually kind of cool, is I can like bounce, for example, a Sensei back to my hand, replay it, that'll get inspired and all that sort of jazz, but I need to be playing out the Wizard just to get that Owl. So this can wait. I'll get the Owl out, which will get double inspired. Yeah, I basically need to do this. Like, he's got no direct removal unless he's running into conflict and stuff like that. But yeah, so we'll get the Owl out just because we do need to be able to block the Skin the Sky. I could also, I guess, like give this guy flying, and it's I can't double block, so just chump block both, which gets me even more cards. Because then if I get the, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do that. Because why not? It'll be more fun. So we're here for fun and exciting, cool stuff. So I guess I could also filter out one of these boars. Don't need both of them. But I also could just gain some health. We'll see. We'll see what my opponent does. Because basically at this point all I need to do is get that Turbulence. Sorry, the Nature's Reigns. And then the Buccaneer is back. He's active. He's alive. And all this shit goes back to his hand. And then we start taking away his life. And we basically, unless he has another Soul Marble that he can get online quickly, we can just keep bouncing back his troops for infinity. So that will just pretty much win us the game. So, yep. That should, you know, again, I have to... So I'll be able to draw 4 cards by blocking with both of these. And we hope to get to the Nature's Reigns. See, now if I had 2 of them in my deck, I'd probably be in a much better position. But he is going to get this up to 4, which is a bit of a problem as well. But the bigger problem is just the soul armaments, obviously. So, yep, we'll see. So probably my best course of action is to filter out a boar. So he does have an inner conflict. What a son of a bitch. I swear I'm psychic. Every time I mention a card like, oh, he's going to probably do this, and he does it. I mention the inner conflict again, and out it comes after all this time. So that's a bummer. So I am going to take damage here. But yeah, that hurts. That hurts quite a bit. Because now that card's basically useless. Alright, let's filter in a card. These boars aren't going to do anything at this point, even if I... Oh, well, there's one of them. It's not the right one. It's the Turbulence. So I can't do it! I could kill my own thing, which I may do, just to get those 2 cards. Because yeah, I'm going to die in a few turns, basically. I'm not going to have enough blockers. So I probably will have to... Yeah. This is not good. So obviously the Owl blocks the Angel. I take 5, going down to 9 health. Come on, give me it. Oh, my Jimmy's right. Oh boy, I just jizzed everywhere. Oh yeah, oh yeah, there it is, there it is. So obviously, he can't do anything to stop that. I mean, he can't. There's nothing he can do. So that's beautiful. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. So I'll play a resource. I'll Nature's Reigns this shit. You can fuck off. I hope I clicked the right one there. Yeah, I did. So that's gone. And now it's Buccaneer time. Like, I don't even need to use this. We'll just fucking send everything of his back to his hand. Do I want to activate this ability? And you know, another thing that's cool, which I may mention just now, they're all going to be double inspired. So, I mean, I'll deck myself. If they all were to die. Draw so many cards. So, I'll bounce this. Then it will now I'll get my copies, which are all getting inspired. So there they are. Confirm. Yes, I want to activate another one. So accept that. Yes, I want to activate another one. So there, where's the main one? Why is that? That's the main one there. I don't know why this guy's on here, but yeah, this is that's the main one here. So we'll send that back to my hand. We want to accept again. I don't know if I've bounced everything, so let's just make sure. And then I can just decline, but I can send some of my troops back to my hand, but there's not really much point. I'll use them to attack. So let's decline the rest of the activations there. So yeah, he's losing. I mean, did I bounce this? I'm not sure. I'm too excited. Alright, no, I did. I'm pretty sure I did. And there it goes. So they're all going back to his hand. He can replay them, but I can just keep buccaneering all day long. So, I mean, basically, like I said, I mean, while he's at a lot of life, it's still going to take a while, but replaying this, you know, he's never going to get troops on board again unless he has another marble. So, yeah. Good shit. So proceed to attack. Now, we can't get too much damage in here because, you know, these are all obviously just entered play. So we got these guys. I mean, he could have repels. We know he's got three, you know, one repel he could have. So, not a big deal if he does. We know what three of his cards are. So we'll attack in with everything we can. But yeah, that Nature's Reigns there. Beautiful stuff. So yeah, as you can see, this deck can draw a lot of cards. I mean, it could have been even better had I got the Mirror Knights a lot earlier. But now at this point, you know, if I ever do lose a troop, like it's just, you know, a lot of cards that they all draw for me. So he's deciding on what to do here. So he may have a repel. There's not really anything great yet. So he does. Again, I must be psychic. I was about to say there's not really anything great he can use it on. It just basically the wizard is his best target. It still just doesn't do anything for him. Gets me more cards again as well. So there's a second turbulence. So if he replays his angel and that, I can just kill him. But I can also just keep bouncing them, which is my better choice because I do need to push through more damage. So I'll gain some health with this one. So again, you can see that diamond coming into work again. You know, just, you know, I was still on a safe health against this color. He's got no potential to just, you know, throw damage at you out of nowhere. It has to come from a troop, basically. So now, you know, because I've got, you know, I don't need to filter out, like, this resource, for example. I can just play that, and that way I can pretty much always just gain 4 health a turn. If I get another Stargazer, I can turn that up to 6 a turn. And, you know, I've obviously got ways to keep the board in my favor. Like, he's not going to get anything on the board anymore. So, he needs another Soul Marble, basically. Which will very much help him. Like, I won't be able to kill him super quick. But, you know, in that case, I would just kill his flyers before... I mean, okay, that doesn't really do... Actually, I can't even block it, so it's probably good that I... well, no, sorry, I can block it. I've got all these guys. Which will draw me more cards if he attacks. So if he does attack, well, he will get some health out of it. I just get even more cards. So he's bringing out his pony. So basically, I'll just kill these. I'm not going to bounce them yet. Because then if he does draw the marble, he will... You know, he's had a lot of life, and he's able to just play out the marble... activate it, and then these will be null cards. So obviously the smarter choice is to use them while you can, because he can still come back and get back in this because of how much life he has. So he is actually attacking with that, which is probably not the best choice. So let's actually check something here. So the text isn't added to them for whatever reason, but they should, you know, provided everything worked correctly, I should gain 4 cards here. He could, no, we know what he's got in hand. He's got an angel, or he could have drawn some sort of crappy... Okay, he's saying GG. So he's saying you're just going to keep... Wait. So I gained a lot more cards there, so we got 1 off. Couple of Lord Bens in the deck just to help get to like any replicated Buccaneers, or also just helps you get to them in general. But I don't have a huge amount of humans. Alright, so to keep things interesting, because he was wanting to give up, he doesn't have to obviously keep going, But I won't use this Buccaneer, because obviously if he only has the one soul marble, then you know, there's no way for him to win now, because I can just keep bouncing. But as I just said to him, I will try and win without using, you know, that Buccaneer, because it you know, basically it's GG against any deck that, you know, doesn't have counter magics or, you know, another soul marble. And alright, so let's have a bit of fun, shall we? So let's filter out some. I don't need more life, so let's just draw some more cards. Filter out these resources. Definitely don't need more than 7. So what did I just get? Another wizard, I guess. So we'll filter out that. Do. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Like, everyone's been rather quiet. But yeah, it's fun. It's got a lot of cool combos, and this deck just draws a lot of cards, as you can see, the amount of card draw. And you know, I probably should run 2 Nature's Reigns. Like, that was obviously very key in this matchup. Must be Hank's Kappa. So let's see. What do we want to replicate? Let's play out the ball, and now let's attack in with everything as well. And we can replicate this ball as well. So yeah, the ball obviously, you know, it will go into the deck and become an 8/8. With Replicator's Gambit, though, you're obviously getting a lot more for your money. And yeah, it gets you in that card. So put it back in the deck. Still, you know, it still goes back in the deck, so as it would have. But now it's a 4/4 still. But then it creates all the copies, and then all those copies go in your deck, and then it's just like, oh golly, if you don't just kill your opponent. I mean, pretty much if you ever get a replicated ball, you pretty much in most cases win, unless of course your opponent has like a blinding light, or they counter the actual, you know, playing of the replicated card. The biggest risk, obviously, with Replicator's Gambit is when you try and do the actual Gambit, your opponent can just murder or bounce, you know, time ripples, murders, any sort of kill spell, you know, quick actions to kill the target you're trying to replicate, and you'll just lose the card basically. Which, you know, it's not a huge deal, but in a deck that's kind of centered around it, it can be. But you do have 4 of them in the deck. So okay, so he's just played out those 2, so I can kill the angel, and this is not going to do anything for him. But yeah, not going to play the Buccaneer because that just makes things too easy. And as he said, you know, basically GG. So that's not the replicated one, unless of course the text isn't just showing up. We'll find out in a second. I didn't actually need to play that, but yeah, let's get rid of his angel. So let's see. I'll play out the sensei just to see. So were these always replicas before? Or did that just only update now? I'm not sure. I thought they were all blue before. Maybe I'm just tripping balls. So let's filter some resources. Don't need them. So I'll get rid of that one. So again, I could be just, you know, obviously, if I was against a mill deck, that'd be some bad times. So yeah, we'll do that again. Yeah, I think you are right there, Hacky. Yeah, they did update and turn into the artifacts, as they should have been. So I'm not tripping balls, that's good. Or maybe I am, I don't know. Yeah, no, but like, it wasn't showing it correctly. I think it wasn't showing with the artifact border before. Anyway, not a big deal. So I can replicate something here, not that I really need to. So I'll just attack in with everything. So he might want to block one of my dudes, but at this point, I'm drawing, you know, too many cards. So yeah. Yeah, okay. So now I can basically replica another troop, or I'll just play a Lord Ben. Because now if he wants to attack me with this, I can block it and get 2 more cards. Yeah, I think no, I think I took it out. I may have Mimic in this deck, like as a one-off. I'm not sure. Sometimes just having that extra Buccaneer early on can help quite a lot. An exile. He's got many targets. He's probably going to pick the Ben, I guess, just to push through some damage. Then again, I think he's just dead next turn anyway. Especially if I just attack with everything. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so he's not quite dead. But yeah, if I pick up that the Sensei from before, I'll draw like 7 cards. Wait, what is this again? Yeah, I'll draw 7 cards if I pick up the Sensei from earlier. And I can just replica another Sensei as well, which I could have done before. But yeah, him attacking me here, I mean, he's obviously, he knows he's lost this game. Like, we're just mucking around basically at this point. Because I could have just buccaneered and won this game several times over. So is that the replicate one? I guess not. So let's do the Gambit on this Sensei. It gets me a card. Yeah, it's 1 cost, draw a card. And you know, you're getting rid of a troop that doesn't really do anything anyway. Didn't really get anything I wanted, so let's draw another card. I just want to try to get the boars and just finish him off. Well, there's that Sensei. So now the cool thing about Sensei when you replicate him is now that I've got so few cards in my deck, like I'm pretty sure this is the one, yeah. So now that I've got so few cards in my deck, I'm pretty much guaranteed to get that other boar. Well, not, okay, I'm not guaranteed, but very good odds that I will. So let's watch all these flood the board now as well. Whee! They're all getting inspired as well by the... So there's the other ball, and obviously because everything's very cheap to cast, you know, I can just now play out this ball. So now he's dead. You know, it's a 100% game, even though it already was. But yeah, I mean, just look at this. It's a lot of fun, a lot of fun with a lot of cool tricks in the deck. You know, like I was saying, you can. Anyway, he's obviously dead. Let's finish him off, and then I'll bring the deck up. But yeah, I mean, I could play out more things as well, because again, a lot of resources. So let's proceed to attack, and all I need to do is attack with the balls now, because they do 4 damage each. And I mean, another good advantage through the balls and stuff like this is that you're not leaving a lot of stuff on the board, and therefore, you know, like for example, you're avoiding like things like extinction and these balls. Like, it's a lot of damage. He can block 1, so I'm still getting through 16, 24 damage still. Yeah, so still 24 damage just with the 1 ball retrieval. And, you know, with the Okenge, like, I could probably cast this, you know, could have casted this and got my other replicated Sensei, and, you know, so it's pretty good for that sort of interaction. Anyway, so that's game. So I got to show off the majority of the tricks in the deck there, which is cool. A lot of fun to play. Replicator's Gambit is a very fun card, so let me bring up the deck here. And then I may even add in that second Nature's Rain, because I mean, without that, I wouldn't have won. The Nature's Rain's there, really, you know, as you see, is a one-off. I may even take out, like, just Lord Ben is not the greatest in there because, you know, there's only what 12 humans. So I could easily take one of him out. Like, I'll leave 1 in because it's still, you know, something that will get inspired, and it's a flyer that can chump block, and then, you know, if you get inspired by the Mirror Knight, it's pretty good. So we'll add in another Reigns because pretty good. But obviously, you know, when you got sideboards and stuff, you don't need to have as many. Like, you don't even need to run them in the main deck, and you can change things around. But since we can't really sideboard, you know, might as well have that sort of stuff in there. So that's the deck there. You've got the 4 Senseis, the 4 Gambits, the 4 Wildeboars, 4 Buccaneers, 4 Mirror Knights, 4 Stargazers, 4 Okenge, 2 of the Turbulence and Rains, and 4 Wizards, and then the 1 Ben, and then the resources as the rest. So that's 23, which is plenty. That's plenty. I mean, like, you could probably get away with doing 22 even. But because you have lots of ways to filter, it's fine. Like you could run more if you feel like it. But because it's a lot of low cost stuff, the highest being 4, which is just 4 cards, and then there's only the 4, which is 3, and then everything else is 2 or 1. It's definitely plenty. Haven't had any issues with it. And then you can even get away with doing this cute little trick here, just having the 1-off diamond, and that way when you do have the Stargazers out, you can gain the health. So it doesn't hurt to do that as well, because again, all your cards 1 threshold, so it's very easy to play. Because you only need the 1 resource of each type, and you're golden. And then then you can do this later on with the Stargazers. You've got the Flying Champion. Now, the Flying Champion, you can change that at your will. The only reason I've got that in there is because, like, for example, say you're playing and you get a Drew. Someone plays out a Drew against you, and you're just like, shit, that guy is massive. He's an 8/8 artifact. You've got Nature's Reigns. That'll work. That'll work fine. But if they're, obviously, say they've got a Soul Marble out, you need to, use that on that. And say you've used the Nature's Reigns to get rid of a Soul Marble, you can then use the Champ Power on your enemy's troops, and then use the Turbulence. Because you don't need in this deck. You don't need to give your troops flying, because you're gonna be just overwhelming your opponent, or just bouncing everything back to the Hound, like we did with the Buccaneer last game.